In this video, I'm going to be telling you the worst mistakes that you're probably making when it comes to lifting. I can guarantee you, you're making at least one of these mistakes. So watching this the whole way will help you improve your gains somehow. Here we go. Mistake number one is not going to failure all the time. A lot of people will disagree, say this fatigues you, this is too hard on your body. Nah. Those are just excuses, at least in my opinion, because the only people I really hear that from are lazy. Unless you're warming up, you should pretty much be trying as hard as you can, all the time. RPE stands for rate of perceived exertion, and it basically means how hard you're trying. So 1 obviously would be you're not really trying at all, you're just sitting on the bench doing nothing. 5 would be you train until you're a little bit uncomfortable and you put the weights down. And 10 would be you're pushing really hard, squeezing, and you finally get out the last rep. So you can imagine that you're on the bench, the bar's on your neck and whatever, and you're pushing really, really hard and it's not moving and it goes up 1 millimeter. And then it goes up another millimeter. And what feels like an eternity later, it finally goes up and hits the rack and you're done. You're exhausted. You're completely tired. That set right there where you're exhausted after it, you push really, really hard, should be what you go for every set, all the time, forever. A lot of people, me included, can kind of get comfy in the workouts and not really try as hard anymore because we're okay with the amount of reps and sets we're doing. But bro, don't do that. That is bad because if you get comfy, that is when you plateau and you don't make more progress. You want to be thinking at the end of every set, if I don't hit this rep, my mom dies, or something crazy, because that will push you super, super hard to finish the set and get all your reps done and whatever and make gains. Mistake 2 is not focusing on progressive overload. Pretty much the best way to see if you're building muscle or getting stronger or whatever you really want to do is to see if your weights are increasing over time. If your weights haven't increased in the past month or 2 months, you're messing up somehow. But that isn't the issue costing you gains. The issue is when you're comfortable with the weights you're doing and you're not really increasing them. Because I know some dudes in college who just don't feel like increasing the weights on their exercises. They can do 10 reps pretty comfortably. And I say, oh, that looks easier for you. You should up the weight. And they say, no, I don't want to. And I said, why? And it's oh, I just kind of like this weight. Bro, what? What are you talking about? The whole point is to get stronger. And to get stronger, you have to up the weight so your body adapts to a harder stimulus. If your body is not adapting to this new, more difficult thing, then you're not gonna build any muscle because you're not adapting. Your body will just say, oh, okay, we can do this. So why would I need to add muscle? Why would I need to change anything if we can already do the movement we're doing? So always be looking for an opportunity to increase the weights. Always. Unless it's ego lifting, don't do that shit. Mistake 3 is changing your routine too often. If you change your routine too much, you're gonna mess up your gains because you won't be able to tell if you're really getting stronger. If your weights increase after you just change the routine, that's probably because of some neural adaptation, meaning your brain got used to the new movement. When you change up what you're doing, let's say you start bench pressing for the first time, you might not even really be getting much stronger, but your brain adapts to the movement and makes your body better at it. So you won't really necessarily know if you're getting stronger or not, but your brain will be adapting. So I wouldn't change the routine too much because you can't really tell if you're getting stronger. Mistake 4, and probably my favorite one, is lifting with bad form. You know what costs you more than every other thing on this list? Injuries. Injuries cost you more time than anything else. I've probably delayed my progress by 6 months to a year from injuries. I've hurt both of my shoulders, I've hurt both of my wrists, I've hurt both of my elbows, and I've hurt multiple fingers, which is crazy. And yes, a lot of those came from overtraining, but some of them did come from bad form. I remember I was doing dips and I was going way too low and I hurt my shoulder so bad that I couldn't wear a backpack for weeks. Just trust me, you do not want to get injured. The Huz do not care if you're lifting 225 if you are bouncing around with it. It makes no sense. The Huz do not care, bruh. It's not impressive to the brus or the Huz or the whatever. Honestly, nobody cares if you're lifting it with bad form. It's about the weight on the muscle, not the weight on the bar. That's a banger quote as well. So good luck, you got this. Here's a hug. And the featured comment as well. Subscribe if this helped. Obviously. Bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang.